Do you want to see how I make this brownie? If you want to see how I make this brownie, all you gotta do is to keep watching. Good morning, guys. How are you all doing today? In here I have 1/4 cup of brown sugar. My pot is hot. It is on medium heat. I put the sugar in and I'm spreading it like this, trying to get the sugar spread in the pot like this, and I'm gonna let it caramelize. In the Caribbean, in Vinci, that's how we do it. When we're making our stew, we use this for stew. We use it for, like, if we're gonna stew some chicken, if we're gonna stew some cow foot, you know, we're gonna make some oxtail. This is what we do. We just burn our sugar, make it like this. We call it browning. And you know, browning, you can get it in the store too, but I usually make my own. I like to make my own browning. I just don't like the one that they sell in the store. To me, it have that different kind of taste. I don't like it. I like to make my own. I'm kind of old-fashioned, like to do my own thing. So this is how you do it. You see the sugar is in there, and this is how it comes. It takes time, and then you just let it cook, and then it just comes like this. See those little bubbles there? So you're just gonna let it cook some more. It is not ready yet. It need to cook some more. This is how I make it. Now I'm stirring it up, give it a little stir. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I lower my heat. It's on medium, but I lower it still because you don't want a high heat, because if you have a high heat, what's gonna happen is that it's gonna burn up. So you won't have burnt sugar. You will have burnt sugar, and I don't want that. Okay, so here it is. It's taking its time, and it is, look at how it looks, so fluffy. It looks fluffy to it looks fluffy to me. So this is how it looks. See how it looks there? And I like to take my spoon and like pull it back like that and look at the pot itself. See, I like to do that. That's how I can tell when my sugar is browned enough, when it is good, when it's cooked. It's not ready yet. It still have more to go. Still have a couple more minutes to go. It's not ready at all. I like the feel of it. I like the way it looks. I love to make my own browning. Look at it. Now sometimes, like some people, like how I know to do this, sometimes some people put some oil in the pan and then they put the sugar in and they make the browning, or the brown sugar, the burnt sugar. But I don't do it that way. I don't make it with the oil, because when I make it like this, I use it like, if I'm making a black cake, and you know in the Caribbean we love our black cake, especially around this time, I make it like this. Because sometimes making not sometimes, like when you're making the black cake, you need some browning for sure. You need some browning to help give the cake the color. When I'm making my stews, like when I'm making my chicken and thing like that, I need some browning. So yeah, I use it quite a bit. So look at it now. So I have the heat on medium, past medium. It's like between low and medium, and you just gotta let it take your time and let it cook. If you put the water in before it's cooked, you're gonna have some sweet. It's gonna be sweet, and whatsoever you make with it, it's gonna be sweet. You know, it's kind of tricky to make because you can't make it too sweet and you can't make it so that it tastes bitter, because if you burn it too much, if you overcook it, it's gonna be bitter. Whatever you make with it, it's just gonna be bitter. If you don't cook it enough, whatsoever you make with it, it's gonna be sweet. So you don't want the sweet, you don't want the bitter. So look at it. So I have the camera in one hand, so it's a little bit like kind of difficult, but here, now we see what it looks like. You see how brown it is there, and it is like it's almost losing its fluffiness, but it's still fluffy. It is kind of ready. It is ready. Yeah, it is ready for the water. Now what I'm gonna put in there is that I'm gonna put some hot boiling water. Don't put cold water in there, put hot water. It must be hot. So here I have the same amount of water. I have like 1/4 cup of water. I'm just gonna hot water. I'm just gonna put it in there. So I give it a stir. I'm just stirring it, and right about here I turn the heat off and I am just stirring this. Now if you try to make it and you see like your pot is really hot and like it is like giving out some smoke, before it does that, it's like really hot, and what you can do is that you just take it off the burner, take it off the heat, and the sugar is gonna continue to cook. So it's gonna continue to cook that way, like if you're making it for the first time. I tell you, the first time I made this thing, my pot was like smoking. It was a disaster. And I was like, how old was I? Oh my goodness, I was in my teen though. I was a teenager the first time I made this. It was a disaster. I was in my early teens when I make it. Anyhow, this is it. My browning is finished. I didn't make that much, just a little. And you see my pot here, you see the bottom of my pot, it is clean. Yeah, compared to when I was a teenager and I make it. Yeah. Okay, so now I am going to put it, I'm going to put it for you guys to see. I'm just holding it like this so you guys can see how it look. And what I usually do with this is that I will put it in the fridge and it will last me for like about 1-2 weeks. It lasts like for 2 weeks. I keep it for like 2 weeks. If I have any, by the ending of 2 weeks I will just throw it out. And what happened too is that it thicken up. Once you have it, you make like I make it today. I'll put it in, and I put it in the fridge, and then it will kind of thicken up. And then I just use, like if I need to use a spoon or half a teaspoon or 2 tablespoons, I just use it. So this is the end product, guys. This is what it looks like. This here is the browning, the burnt sugar. This is how it looks. I just want to thank you all so much for clicking. Thank you all so much for watching. Until the next video, bye.